Let's go Ravens! The atmosphere behind the scenes at the Baltimore Ravens is heating up, and I have some important updates to share with you all. We know the Ravens are determined to reach the Super Bowl, and for that, John Harbaugh will need a top-quality roster. I'll tell you everything I'm hearing, but before we dive into it, make sure you smash that like button, but only if you're truly a Baltimore Ravens fan. If you can, leave a comment saying, "Go Ravens! We can make it to the Super Bowl." The 2025 Baltimore Ravens rookie draft class is officially in, and once again, the Ravens have proven why they are among the NFL's elite franchises. This team's incredible ability to build through the draft is exactly why they've been in the playoffs 6 out of the last 7 seasons, and why they've already captured 2 Super Bowl titles since joining the league. Now, they've injected even more talent into an already powerful roster that John Harbaugh himself claimed was ready to compete even before the draft began. The Ravens added 11 players through the draft, bolstered by some impactful undrafted free agents, and trust me, they might have struck gold. One of the absolute highlights of this class is Onyus Peebles, a defensive tackle who was selected 210th overall despite being ranked among the top 120 prospects in most consensus rankings. His fall in the draft was largely due to concerns over his size, but what the Ravens see in him is clear. Peebles is a pass-rushing interior lineman with rare talent. He recorded an astonishing 91.2 pass rush grade in 2024, the highest among 388 defensive tackles in college football. His athleticism, matched with his hunger, as shown in his powerful statement after being drafted, "Y'all messed up letting me in the door, NFL. Now I'm going to make it my home," makes him a true steal and someone Ravens fans should be incredibly excited about. Adding to the excitement is the undrafted free agent signing of Jason Jones, a mammoth defensive tackle standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing 355 pounds. Losing Michael Pierce to retirement left a gap in the middle of the defense, and Jones has the potential to step in as a run-stuffing nose tackle that's nearly impossible to move. His size and strength could make him a key asset on running downs. On the offensive side, the Ravens secured another intriguing undrafted player, Son Ntoa. At 220 pounds, this bruising running back out of Monmouth scored 25 touchdowns on just 109 carries. He ran a 4.5 40-yard dash, showing impressive speed for his size. Given the current running back room, including Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, and Rasheen Ali, Ntoa could initially find himself on the practice squad. However, if injuries strike, he's built to bring that punishing style the Ravens love in their ground game. Turning back to the draft, the Ravens made one of the biggest splashes by selecting safety Malachi Starks in the first round. Starks, considered the best safety in the 2025 draft and the number 8 overall prospect on PFF's board, brings dynamic playmaking ability to Baltimore's secondary. He recorded 6 interceptions and 77 tackles in 2024 alone, demonstrating both his ball-hawking skills and tackling prowess. Starks also offers versatility, capable of covering receivers in the slot, making him an immediate and long-term asset in Mike McDonald's defense. In the second round, Baltimore landed Mike Green, the most productive pass rusher in the FBS last season with 17 sacks and 22.5 tackles for loss. Despite some off-field allegations that were never substantiated with charges or evidence, the Ravens conducted a thorough investigation and felt comfortable bringing him into the fold. With Green's elite production and high ceiling, he could be the game-changing pass rusher the Ravens have been missing since the days of Terrell Suggs. The Ravens also strengthened their offensive line, adding Emory Jones from LSU in the third round. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches and 315 pounds, Jones brings versatility as he can play both guard and tackle. With a full starting career at LSU, no injury history, and SEC pedigree, Jones looks like a future fixture in Baltimore's trenches. The fourth round brought linebacker Teddy Buchanan into the Ravens' nest, a physical freak with a 9.41 relative athleticism score. His 114 tackles, 5 sacks, and elite testing numbers point to a player who could eventually start next to Roquan Smith or at the very least, dominate on special teams. The Ravens' draft strategy remained consistent throughout the later rounds, targeting players with high athletic upside and proven production, even if they came from smaller schools. Tackle Carson Vincent, cornerback Below Cone, kicker Tyler Loop, wide receiver Leonte Wester, cornerback Robert Longerbeam, and guard the team picked late all share this profile. Tyler Loop's selection in particular hints at the Ravens preparing for the future beyond Justin Tucker.
Loop boasts an incredible leg, having nailed field goals from 62 and even 70 yards during workouts. His college stats are impressive too, converting 83.8% of his field goal attempts and demonstrating clutch ability with long kicks. At wide receiver, Leonte Wester brings both production and special teams ability. With 931 yards and 10 touchdowns last season at Colorado, Wester will compete for a bottom roster spot and could become the team's primary kick and punt returner, a need for Baltimore heading into 2025. With cornerbacks below Cone and Robert Longerbeam added to the room, the Ravens now boast significant depth behind starters Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, and Chidobe Awuzie. These additions provide valuable insurance in a position group that has battled injuries over the past few seasons. Overall, the Ravens' 2025 draft class feels like a masterpiece. They addressed needs, secured tremendous value at almost every pick, and kept the team's long-term future bright. The hunger in this group, especially players like Ainias Peebles, Mike Green, and Malachi Starks, mirrors the toughness and competitiveness that Baltimore has long prided itself on. Now, Ravens flock, I want to hear from you. Which rookie are you most excited about? Who do you think will make the biggest impact in 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I'll be reading them all. Go Ravens! The story doesn't stop here, Ravens fans. As we look even deeper into how this 2025 draft class and undrafted free agent group could reshape the Baltimore Ravens, it's impossible not to get hyped about the possibilities brewing at the castle in Owings Mills. Starting with the trenches, the Ravens' focus on building a dominant offensive and defensive line foundation remains clear. After grabbing Emory Jones in the third round, the Ravens doubled down by selecting Carson Vincent, a true tackle prospect from Alabama A&M. While coming from a small school, Vincent flashed against top-tier competition during Senior Bowl week, even locking down some first-round talents. At 6'7" and 315 pounds, his size and athletic profile are exactly what the Ravens look for when developing linemen who can step into starting roles down the line. They didn't stop there. Late in the draft, they added another LSU big man at guard, a former Joe Moore Award finalist who started 13 games at left guard in 2023. Although an ankle injury sidelined him for much of the 2024 season, the Ravens love to scoop up linemen with high ceilings and coach them up. The competition for starting guard spots just got real. Daniel Falele, Andrew Voorhees, Emory Jones, and now this new rookie will all be in the mix, ensuring that only the best will be protecting Lamar Jackson and opening lanes for Derrick Henry. Speaking of protecting Lamar, the addition of physical freak linebacker Teddy Buchanan brings even more firepower to a defense that already features Roquan Smith and Trenton Simpson. Buchanan's speed and athleticism will allow defensive coordinator Zach Orr to get creative with blitzes and coverage schemes. Buchanan has the chops to push for early playing time, and at worst, he projects to be an immediate special teams ace, a key role often overlooked but critical in close playoff games.